Oh yeah, today we are digging our Rat Rod Square Body shop truck out of hibernation. Long overdue. It's been sitting there since last winter because, well, we had no tires. But lucky for us, we got hooked up with our buddy Jimmy. They hooked us up with a brand new set of used race car tires. That's what's going to be rocking on that truck this summer. Let's get into it.
I wanna taste the pain. I think I'm seeing all red. 2 bullets in the gun, 1 shot to the head. I need a blank space. 'Cause everything is a threat, but I never back down. Man, I'd rather be dead. I'm making love to fate. And she look better in bed. And I'ma walk this life till I take my last breath. I wanna make a change. I got 1 life left, so I'm gonna go down swinging. Don't you forget.
So as you know, we recently lowered on a dime some more, and we got to take care of some bottom out issues. But however, she is sitting down there at 5 inches, so she's low, statically dropped. This is our Rat Rod Square Body shop truck. That's what we call it. Its name is shop truck. And this thing has been all over social media. We've been adding to it off and on through the years. It's just Rat Rod, ratty themed truck. Jack Daniels bottles. It's rowdy. I got a few ideas up my sleeve for some upgrades this year. The record boom's going to come off this year. It's cool and all, but it just doesn't function, and it just takes up space, essentially. So we don't use the truck as much. But after a few real good burnouts at the end of the season, we basically have no tires left. So with that being said, we're going to dig this baby out. We're going to throw on our race car tires, so we'll be good to go for the summer there. We're going to be taking the boom off, changing the oil on this thing, assuming it starts. I got to throw a battery at it, and let's hope that it even starts. It literally has not started and hasn't run at all. The battery's questionable at best. I think it'll run. She'll run. She's never really let me down besides 1 time, so I guess we'll see where that goes. Oh, plus I got a couple other ideas that we're going to play around with, as well as such as exhaust cutouts. Kind of going to look at where we can put those and how we're going to do them, as well as the big old, I guess you'd call it the snorkel that's going to go on here and be kind of sticking up through the hood. Right here, we kind of like splay open the hood and it'll be kind of sticking up through. I think that'd be badass, because this thing is due for a little bit of a facelift. It's been around for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now, and it's time to bring her back, and loud and proud. First, we have an antifreeze leak, a pretty good one, and honestly, I think it's our water neck right here, because it's running down the front of the engine. It's running all over the place. This thing's been a problematic water neck, to say the least. So I'll probably end up getting a thermostat and a new water neck for it, and then we'll go ahead and throw that on there too. But regardless, let's throw the battery at it and see if this thing will run. All right, I got my assistant Caleb doing the heavy lifting. We're gonna go ahead and put it right in the truck because, well, my back is questionable. So that's why we had kids. Like, I mean, there was a reason why we had kids, right, bud?
Sure.
Go ahead and set it right here. There you go. Let me move that out of the way. Lift it up. Okay, now sit down. Cool. Now let's connect her up. Check our fuel gauge. This is our keg fuel tank. We got some fuel. Hopefully it's not a lot of moisture in there from being the winter, but let's give it a crank and see what happens. Pump the old gas, and hopefully there's no critters inside. Ready? Oh boy, that's promising. Not let me down. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. This thing is, I just love this thing. This thing takes a beating. I mean, an absolute tire slaying beating, and it keeps on ticking. It's just a Goodwrench 350. It ain't no power plant, but it sounds cool as hell. So the shop truck's out. We gotta at least attempt to burn out before we go race car tires. So let's do it. Take 3. All right, let's go put some tires on it. All right, so it runs. It still does a burnout, barely. Old gas, carb's out of tune, low, whatever. We're gonna have weight reduction right here. Tires are coming off. Race car tires going on. Well, that'll improve a burnout or make it worse. I don't know, but we're gonna find out together. So we'll start with some tires. Those are tight. I think we need lube on the lug nuts. Try again. Oh, that's definitely got some more power. And Caleb stepping in again for the little tire removal and over to the tire machine. Doesn't look too bad under there, huh? I mean, I don't know what Steve was worried about. There was at least 50 miles left on those tires, Steve. So we're trying to mount tires, and my tire machine clamps decided to not work. So that timing is awesome. So I gotta try to fix my tire machine so we can move on. Giving her a little love, a little lube. I think we're gonna have to use the cheater tank to get these things to inflate though. The boom tank. Once. 1, 2, 3.
That didn't do anything. Hey!
Yeah, baby. Oh. Get out of these clamps.
It's still smoking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like an inch slower on the side.
That looks not right. I'm torn. I'm torn. They're smaller than I thought they were gonna be. Is it cool? Is it cool or is it goofy? I don't know. Decision made, we're running them. Water and all. Alright, we'll get that. We got it. We're running them. Drop a comment, let us know if we made a mistake. Should we have picked a different tire? But you know what? I'm liking the race car tire theme. I'm just digging it. Alright, so hear me out. This thing's getting rowdy this year. And by rowdy, I mean, oh yeah, old school snorkel with the butterflies. Oh yeah. And I'm thinking, so this was given to us, or it came with the truck I bought out there, the International Lodestar, from my buddy Josh. We're not using it on that, but I think it would be pretty badass if that stuck through the hood, peeled up or whatever on this truck. I just feel like it would match that theme. And then 2.5-inch electric exhaust cutouts. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You tell me that is not gonna look completely killer sticking through the hood of this truck. Right there. So not the entire thing, just the front half. And that would kind of peel back so you'd only see the front, like, I don't know, half of it, I guess. In this area here, it'll peel back the metal as far as that goes. That's my initial thought. And we gotta make a plate. I have to figure out the throttle and the whole deal, but that is just rowdy. That just screams like, hey, yeah, that's cool. So I'm digging it. I'm figuring out a way to do it. All right, so tires are all on, the race car tires. And actually I had a leak in one. I came out here this morning and that one was flat. So probably shouldn't be plugging those, but yeah, well, I did. Anyway, we're getting 2 more to replace it. So it does look better sitting on its own weight because they're tucked up better. The next thing I'm gonna do though, as part of this here, now with the oil change done as well, is I'm taking that wrecker boom off. And it is cool, and it fits the rat rod theme, and I like it. I do dig it, but it renders the truck useless. And I don't know if we'll keep it, hang on to it. Look at that hook, isn't it? It is absolutely killer. And put it on another project, or just sell it, move it down the road, let someone else enjoy it like we have. But I'd like to be able to use the truck again, put the bobber in the back, some cool stuff like that. Use it to go pick up some stuff, run in part, and everything. I think we use it more when that's not in the back. So I'm gonna get the truck down off the lift here for now, and we're gonna go ahead and take that wrecker boom off. I do have the butterfly snorkel intake, whatever you want to call it here. I'm gonna have to make a plate because I'm missing it. That'll encompass the whole bottom of this thing. So I'll do that in another episode, but I'll make a plate out of steel, and then this will mount to that, and then we'll cut the hood. But anyway, you get an idea of exactly what we're gonna do for that, because that's gonna be cool. And then I got it laid out as far as what we're gonna do for exhaust cutouts, some electric cutouts. Somewhere's right in here, is kind of dump them there. So when we're at shows or events or anything like that, we can go ahead and flick that switch and get this thing a little bit rowdy, and then we have the butterfly sticking through the hood. It's perfect. It's just, it matches. It works for this truck. And then at the end of the day, this has got Poppy's patina on it. I'd like to put another layer on there and scuff it down, because the hood, we've had some issues with it sticking on the hood. We did our saw blade visor last year, and I haven't put any on that, so that's rusting real good now down under the windshield, so I should actually coat that as well. But let's pull this wrecker boom off. We'll get it outside, pull the wrecker boom off, and then see where we'll go from there. All right, here she is outside on the tires. And actually, you know what? I don't think they look bad. Now that it's outside, I don't think they look as small as it did on the truck when it was inside. I'm actually digging it now. Now I'm digging it. But the wrecker boom, I think it's gotta go. I mean, you can drop a comment, let me know what you think. This will be off by then. Not saying we can't put it back on. It literally just sets on here and it has 4 bolts. So I've already got it loosened up. The nuts are off. And literally just gonna do is come in here with the tractor with the forks, come up underneath it, and then I guess chain it off to the backrest of the forks and get it off here. Oh, and having a piece of equipment or a tractor or something around a shop, if you own a shop, to do stuff like this, it's worth every friggin' penny. Absolutely. Precious cargo, don't hit on a dime. Hopefully not hit on a dime. Let's set it back here. All right, it'll sit there until we decide whether we're gonna use it on another truck, another build, or we're just gonna pass it on to someone else and let them put it on their vehicle. So, a little dirty under there, but you know what? That like weathered wood burnt blackish oak is gonna look so nice. I need to put a fresh coat of boiled linseed oil on it as well. Before we actually start hitting any of the shows, I gotta fix one of the tank straps as well. But let me throw the center caps on the wheels so you can kind of get an idea of what this thing's gonna look like after. And we'll talk about the next episode. All right, there she be. Check it out, check it out. And just so you can know or get a visualize as far as this truck goes, this is the truck how we found it sitting 2020 Facebook Marketplace. It was literally up to the bumper in the ground, like sunk bad in the ground, and getting it out was a hell of a challenge. But it was a really fun build, and it was early on in the flipping customized business. So we literally paid 150 bucks for this thing. That is the motor that was in this truck when we got it. How cool is that? It's still running, and we have beaten the hell out of that thing. I have a sneaky suspicion it might come apart this year. If it does, well, it's time for upgrades. But this is the truck in a nutshell. If you haven't checked out the Play series, that's got the center caps on there as well now, guys. You should do so. The Rat Rod shop truck. This thing has gotten a lot of popularity on social media. It's been a while. It's kind of gone stale for a while because I haven't done anything with it at all. And like I said, this year we're giving it a facelift. Different tires, wrecker boom's coming off. We're gonna have the snorkel induction butterfly valves kind of sticking up through the hood. At least that's the thought. A couple of exhaust cutouts and a few more goodies I have in mind as well. So if you like this episode, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. This is a fun build, and it's going to be a lot more fun. So hang in there with us, and let's do this together. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Scott Flip Customized.